Hi everyone, we're back for another episode of Cover 4 tonight here in the Academy Sports and Outdoors studio. Wednesday today, the Cowboys were back for a walkthrough today. We were back hard at work. Dave, Tay, Manny. Lots to talk about tonight as we inch closer and closer to Philly and to New Year's Day. I promise you're going to love this episode because Dave is going to start us off strong with kickoff.
Question is, are you winning as hard as Richard Ashe? The answer is no, you're not. He woke up earlier this week as a member of the 3-12 Jaguars with a weekly paycheck of about $5,000. Fast forward to today, he's making league minimum for the best team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, weekly paycheck of at least $25,000. He's going to be here for at least 3 weeks and be a part of a playoff run. Welcome aboard, Richard. Way to go.
Since 2005, 59% of the 1 seeds have gone on to win their Week 17 game. But since 2010, 70% of those 1 seeds went on to the big dance in the Super Bowl. So this week, it'll be okay no matter what.
Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott, Dak Prescott. We don't say the name enough. Why? Because if he starts and just takes one snap, the opening snap this Sunday, he will go down in history not only as one of the best rookies of all time, but having the most wins of any Cowboys quarterback in this franchise history. So Dak Prescott, let's just let the name ring.
Woo, woo, woo.
So you're saying they're going to win?
So you're saying there's a chance, Manny.
Saying they're going to win.
Look around the league. We have some savagery at its finest with a little Steelers feud going on. I don't know if you've seen what's been happening, but I'm a huge fan of Mike Tomlin. Manny, fill us in.
So everybody knows 4-time Super Bowl champion Terry Bradshaw, old quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has some words about Mike Tomlin, saying that Mike Tomlin was more of a cheerleader than he was a football coach. Now, look, I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. Met him coming out of college a couple times. This guy's definitely not a cheerleader. Won some Super Bowl with the Steelers. Never had a losing season with the Steelers. So Mike Tomlin, I'm glad because he had a rebuttal. I had a couple words to say.
That is just cruel because Dave and I went to a couple events. We went to a couple pro days in the spring, and we saw Mike Tomlin everywhere. Yeah. The dude was hustling to get the best players.
He's passionate. He gets involved. Like, the dude cares. Just won his 5th AFC North title, by the way. And what? He gets a chance to respond to Terry Bradshaw. What's he say? Actually, I didn't even know this. Way to go, Mike. Said, I grew up a Dallas fan, particularly a Hollywood Henderson fan.
Woo!
But tell us what Hollywood Henderson had to say about that.
Hollywood Henderson, who said Terry Bradshaw was so dumb he couldn't spell cat if you spot him a C and an A. Who blasted Terry Bradshaw in the Super Bowl way back in the 70s. I love it.
I like that, Tom.
That is high-quality shade. I'm going to be honest. I'm 28 years old. I had to Google that to figure out what the hell
that's like that palm tree shade.
That is
I like
major shade. All right, let's move on next and look around the league. We have some news around Derek Carr. They're saying now that he could be back for the Super Bowl after surgery went well.
With prayers. Because, you know, I'm not putting anything past him. I know that he is a complete competitor. But this was an injury that obviously we would all understand if he wasn't able to make it by February 5th.
Yeah, I definitely don't see him making it. He broke his ankle. I was with my brother this weekend in Chicago. He plays for the Bears. My brother broke his ankle the exact same way. I said, how hard was that to recover from? He was like, no chance. I mean, it took my brother was out the rest of the season from week 3 on. That's 14 or so weeks. So being very optimistic. The Raiders need Carr. They need a glimmer of hope. And maybe just him being optimistic to play is the glimmer they need.
I'm not one for hot takes, but I'll give you, this is dumb. Even if the Raiders get to the Super Bowl without their starting quarterback, he won't be ready. They won't do that, first of all. They're not going to get through it, at least 2, maybe 3 playoff games without Carr and then have him ready for the Super Bowl. No, not happening.
Okay, well, there's a little triangle going on this Sunday that revolves kind of around the Cowboys, the teams Washington, Detroit, and Green Bay. I mean, it's just like you can't put anything to bed just yet, right, in the playoff picture?
It's just the NFC East that has this thing figured out. Cowboys are number 1 no matter what. Giants are number 5 no matter what. Everybody else is still playing for something. Atlanta's still playing for a bye. Seahawks are still playing for positioning. Obviously, the NFC North title hasn't even been decided.
But there's that love triangle I think everybody knows, which is the Packers, the Lions, and the Redskins. The only way the Redskins don't get in is if the Packers and the Lions tie. I don't anticipate that happening, though it would be hilarious.
It would be fun. Another tie.
You know what else is really fun? Taking a trip down memory lane. And that's what we're going to do. We're reflecting on our favorite memories from 2016. And as we sat and everybody gets to tell theirs and kind of thought back of what stuck out to them, I'll go first. I chose the win at Lambeau because that was just a historic place to play. The Cowboys had only won there, I think, once before. Mm-hmm. And Dak and Zeke kind of went in there and said, you know what? We've never been to Lambeau and we don't really care about who's won here. So we're just going to go play our game game, and that kind of set in stone what kind of team this is. So that's my favorite memory from
Heck of a memory.
2016.
Love it.
Guys, ask me what my favorite memory is.
What was your favorite memory, Dave?
The Senior Bowl.
Wow.
Ew.
He went there.
Why?
In Mobile?
Why?
That's one of my least favorite memories to ever be a part of.
Mobile, Alabama.
This is
in
so
January.
Dave.
Why?
This is so
Why?
Dave.
They're telling you why right now on the TV. Back in January, Cowboys were coaching in this game. That's how putrid this team was last year. They're watching Carson Wentz, who's the hot name du jour, who would wind up in Philadelphia.
Du jour, great word.
Not only did we not know that at the time, we weren't even paying attention to Rain Dakota Prescott, who was playing on the other team, goes out, wins the South Team MVP, throws a touchdown to Paul McRoberts, who, if you know who that is, if you know he plays for the Rams, you are a serious football fan. Just incredible. Wins the MVP. His team wins the game. Who could have thought, 11 months later we'd be saying.
I like that memory.
I'm going to remember the Senior Bowl for the rest of my life because I never would have guessed what would happen.
That's cool.
What a
Good
beautiful
memory.
time.
Amazing.
And my favorite memory happened back in 2015. I was at AT&T Stadium watching Ohio State hoist up their national championship trophy, led by none other than the half-shirt hero himself, Ezekiel Elliott. He won his first championship here in 2015, but maybe he'll win another championship here this year. Him getting drafted in April was by far my favorite memory of 2016. Most Cowboys fans know that I was rooting for Zeke, and I thought it was a long shot because who drafts a running back at 4th overall?
That guy.
But the Cowboys did it, and they made my day. They probably made a lot of other people's day, but that was awesome.
Great memory.
Nailed the pick.
How good was the
that.
social content after
The
that?
social content was on
Through the
fire.
roof.
Couldn't be better. Well, look, they say great minds think alike. And my favorite memory wouldn't exist without Taylor's favorite memory. Why? My favorite memory, Ezekiel Elliott carrying the ball through that Steelers defense for that one final time. The entire offensive line has all those defenders on the ground, and you just see the name on the back and 21 running, leading the charge. Got to be my favorite memory. Why? Because this guy, he scored a lot of touchdowns, but to go out there to Pittsburgh against the vaunted defense and hoist that ball up in the air, what a memory.
Thanks for all the memories, Zeke. We're just getting
And Dak.
started. And Dak.
Would Little Manny have Zeke's poster on his wall?
I don't know. Zeke's a little too flashy for Lil Man.
I love it.
Lil Manny wasn't this flashy.
Okay.
You've completely changed,
Yeah,
that's for sure. Let's take a break. When we come back, we will talk some New Year's resolutions, not for us, for the players, and we will sound off about Philadelphia after the break.
Join us for the ultimate dining experience at AT&T Stadium's new sports bar. Open daily, Stadium Club is the perfect place for a casual night out, a business lunch, or to catch any game. Providing a stellar culinary and entertainment experience, Stadium Club has 20 flat screens and highlights a classic menu with a sophisticated touch and local and seasonal ingredients. At Stadium Club, you will enjoy first-class dining with all the comforts of your favorite sports bar. Visit attstadium.com.
As you guys have seen, we are now using Periscope and Facebook Live a lot more. You might be watching the show on Periscope right now, but this Sunday you can watch the Cowboys pregame and postgame shows live on Periscope, on Facebook, and Periscope that embeds on Twitter. So you've got full coverage, and we will be bringing you live content not only from the Cowboys sidelines in Philadelphia, but live from this studio we are standing in. So we have all the coverage you need.
The more the merrier.
No excuses. And that game is, it's going to have great content no matter what. We're going to work so hard.
We are.
But
Yeah.
we now are going to talk about things that are more important than the game in Philadelphia
Could there
on
be anything more
Sunday.
important than this game?
Let's find out.
Yeah, a lot, actually.
Dave?
Hey, is Drake dating J-Lo? I need an answer to that more than I need an answer to who wins this game.
Is Beyonce and Adele going to have a major performance at the Grammys? Because that would be awesome.
Donald Trump's last tweet. That has to be more important than this Cowboys-Eagles game.
Cam Newton's hospital visit has made me tear up multiple times. That's really, really, really important.
You're just going to make me look goofy like that? Appreciate it. Hey, I bought my dog a miniature Santa hat for Christmas. He's adorable when he wears it. That's more important than this game.
I would have to say pizza is more important.
Memes. All memes.
After Christmas sales?
What about
Mercury in retrograde?
Mercury is in retrograde. That's
pretty
crazy.
important.
What does
I
that
think
even
Mercury
mean?
in retrograde is kind of the most important
I
thing.
hear you.
Or the weather bomb going off in the East Coast right now. And it's not a real bomb, it's just weather.
T.I. He filed for divorce, and that is more important than this Cowboys-Eagles game.
And finally, the future of Rob and Rex Ryan is more important. And Taylor and Manny should be on a tandem bike right now. That's thank you.
going that way? You're going
Yes. And they would immediately crash. So next up in the show, hope you enjoyed those important things. Our next important topic is sound off. And the question is, should the starters rest in Philly, guys?
I think they're going to make this decision for us. I don't think we even need to discuss it because today's practice report, 9 guys sat out of a walkthrough. So that should tell you pretty much everything you need to know. This team is planning to play this game, and they will probably play it pretty hard because, as Manny told you in his sound-off, they want to get that 14th win. It's never been done in team history, and it would be awesome to see Dak break Ben Roethlisberger's record. But I think they realize the importance of having a healthy team going into this playoff push.
Yeah, that's a great point. And they want to win. I don't. They won't say this on the record. I don't think they honestly care that much. They have to play some guys. You only have 7 or 8 offensive linemen. You're dealing with injuries on the D-line. Guys are going to have to play. That's not what I'm saying. How long is Dak Prescott going to be out there? How many carries is Ezekiel Elliott going to take? Dez Bryant, they're going to be sitting some guys. You're going to see some guys in beanies at halftime.
Let's be real. I'm going to give you all the players' perspective because games like this, it always comes down to you can't play everybody. So then if I'm one of those starters, you really realize your worth very early on. You find out if you're like the starter or if you're just like the starter, because there are going to be guys that have to play because it's a numbers game. Then there's the Dak Prescotts and Ezekiel Elliott's of the world.
Did that bother you? Did that bother you?
Of course, because in 2014 when I was a starter and all of a sudden we were resting guys in the fourth quarter, we were up. I wasn't one of the guys resting.
And but that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, don't worry. Chris Jones will still be playing this full game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No
Absolutely.
backup punters in this game.
Hey, Sean Lee, take a seat. Dez Bryant, take a seat. Dak Prescott, and they will. I'm telling you right now.
Will Jeff Heath step in and kick a field goal for Dan Bailey?
He should.
Ooh, that would be so fun.
That would be so fun.
Then he would really be the GOAT.
That's why it won't
question.
happen. It won't happen because it would be too fun.
Well, what is fun is the New Year's resolutions that we've come up with. We're celebrating a little bit early, and we are going to talk resolutions now. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I'll start us off. This happened at the beginning of the year when Lucky Whitehead decided to Snapchat his own car accident. So, Lucky, in the new year, when in doubt, don't Snapchat it. And second, Tony Romo. You wrote an amazing speech in November. I would consider looking into more speech writing.
I like that. That's a heck of a resolution. Look, for me personally, I'm all about being next to beautiful women. I really am. I get to be next to 2 during this show in Lindsay and Taylor.
Woo-woo.
But Dak and Zeke, please stay out of the clubs, my brother. In 2017, let's just stay out of these clubs. My second resolution, David Irvin, 3 sacks in the last 2 games. You're starting to be an icon. But this patch, that little bleach blonde patch, you got to get rid of it. It's time for you to get a fresh fade. Just tighten everything up in here. 2017, my friend. Tighten that stuff up. You're an icon.
I like the hair.
I like it too. Yeah.
Keep the hair, David. Don't listen to the hair.
No, these are my resolutions.
My resolution is to try to listen to Manny more, giving all the directions over there.
Apparently he's not flashy though. How about this? I hate to pile on Dak Prescott, contender for Rookie of the Year. Dude, we do the videos, the social in the locker room. I see that candy bag in your locker. It's been there since Halloween. Lay off the sweets, man. You're a professional athlete. Wait till after the season's over. Number 2, going way back here. Damian Wilson, you've been playing great as the strong side linebacker this year. Remember training camp. Lost you for about a month because of an injury playing paintball. Goggles, my guy, goggles. Or maybe a different hobby entirely. Something that doesn't involve paintballs flying at your face. I don't know.
Solid.
Finally, let's go even further back. Rolando McClain, I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy in 2017. Whatever line of work you decide to pursue, you just show up for it. Just at all.
Just at all.
Yeah.
One day.
Do more.
Whatever you got.
Do a little bit more.
Lynn?
Anything.
My resolution, why not Chris Jones teach a MMA class or a boxing class?
I like
He's
that.
really good at it.
Would you guys
Jiu-jitsu,
go with
maybe?
me?
Yes.
I would.
I would.
Jiu-jitsu?
A Muay Thai clinch?
I'd be afraid.
I am
Something
so
like one of
down.
those?
All right, let's
a
do
shirt.
it. Hey, Chris, the offer is out there for you.
And we can't forget, there's one guy that's going to have a great 2017 no matter what, because Jason Witten, you don't have to do anything. Just stay Jason Witten.
That's my resolution.
Hard
Be
to
more
change.
like the goal.
When you're
goat.
Jason Witten, just stay Jason Witten.
All right, moving to OT. Manny.
Going back to OT, well, first off, I got to touch on real quick Dave's resolution of Damian Wilson. Look, Damian Wilson, that eye injury, it gave me a workout with the Cowboys, so I do appreciate you. But secondly, Dak Prescott, back to you, my friend. You're not having a perfect season, we get that. But remember, the only other person in Tom Brady, he had a perfect season that was ruined by Eli Manning. So Dak, even in your failures, you were in great company.
We're talking a lot about, do we rest the starters? Do we play them? Des Bryant, quarterbacks. Guys, hate to say this, but you probably see the end of Des Bryant's quarterback career for this season. I know we tried to sneak into the meeting yesterday, but don't expect Linehan to do that anymore. At least for the Philadelphia game, we could get fun in the playoffs.
You know, I think you can agree that this is the best piece of Cowboys content anywhere. Internet, TV, whatever. But I got to give a shout out because it wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't be here making fun of players having a good time here heading into the new year without our fearless leader, the guy who came up with the idea, Derek Eagleton. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday,
Thanks for letting us do this.
Derek!
You're only 28 once, you know?
We're on our tandem bike.
We're on
Oh
our
my
tandem.
God.
All right,
This is
these
happening.
two are going to roll on out of here.
is
Hey,
happening.
next week is the bye week, but we will still have shows. We will have great content for you guys, I promise, despite what you see. Happy New Year to all of our friends.
New Year.
Thanks for watching. Cover 4.
Hey.